What's up, Fineapple? How are you doing today? So I have decided we are playing with affordable makeup because you guys know I'm all about finding dupes or finding, products that work just as well, if not better, than high end. We're just going to clip the hair back. I have a ton of fun stuff. I made an order on e.l.f. They ended up sending a PR package, but I still have to go to my P.O. box. So I was like, screw it. Let me show you the shades that I have, or else, I just got to get it done sooner than later because I want to show you the shades I did pick up on my own. I've been saving this baby. It's the e.l.f. Putty Primer Applicator. Now, I absolutely love the Putty Primer, specifically the cookies and cream. If you can still get it, I'll link it down below. It basically has this little scoop at the end, and then obviously the brush. It just feels like a really nice foundation brush, just a little bit smaller. We're gonna go into a brand new putty because mine was old and I know I got rid of it. I guess you're supposed to scoop it there so you don't have to stick your finger in it. I'll show you my cookies and cream. My finger has been all up in there. I guess you just take it from the end and then place it just so it's a little bit more sanitary. So we're gonna use this brush to buff it in. Usually I push my primer in, so I'm gonna push this in as well. I really like the application of the brush. It feels really nice. I will say e.l.f. has stepped it up so much with brushes, and I love their complexion sponge. I have not bought an expensive sponge in a long minute. Since I ordered the contour and blush and highlight sticks directly from the site, I got 2 free samples, a daily moisturizer, which I ended up using, and it smells really good, very lightweight. It had like a little bit of tackiness to it, not too much. And then they also gave me a free, I think I got to pick this one, the Big Mood Hourglass Brush Mascara. So we're also gonna try this baby out today. So we have a lot of e.l.f. products. They are coming for everybody, okay? I'm about to open a new Wet n Wild because all of my sponges are super dirty and there are some that I need to get rid of. I saw a couple videos where, actually I've been seeing videos for quite a few years now where you cut them open and the inside is not very pretty. So today we are playing with the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I have showed this in a video already and I do love it. I think it is a great dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, and I actually prefer it. I said I wish I could return my Charlotte... Ooh. I said I wish I could return my Charlotte Tilbury, but it's way past the time and it's okay. I'll still get some use out of it, but I do really prefer this Halo. Now, I don't have a foundation from e.l.f. currently that isn't expired, so I'm going in with the L'Oreal True Match. I'm going back to a tried and true from so many years ago. I picked this up at Walmart about a week and a half ago, and I grabbed it and I said, wow, this is bringing me back OG YouTube days. I remember I would buy this all the time. It had a silver cap and you would unscrew it. There was no pump, and I remember everybody would say, oh, I wish you could have a pump. I picked up the shade, I wasn't even sure, so neutral medium, because now they have so many more shades. N5. This is so beautiful, just like before. Look at that. Wow, that blended in like butter. N5 is definitely going to be a good match. I am not too tan right now, but I do want to give a pump. I want to show you how liquidy it is, because it's not too thick, but I actually prefer that. I think I'm falling in love all over again. And I swear it's not just because I'm trying to reminisce about the good old OG YouTube days. Okay, this baby is definitely buildable because if I am building up with a sponge, you can totally build up with a brush. So now let's go on to the star of the show, which is the e.l.f. Halo Beauty Wand. Picked up 2 blushes. One of them I already knew going into this looks a little bit more like a highlight, which is this one. But I still wanted to grab it. I wasn't able to grab the Charlotte dupe, which is, I actually have the Charlotte product. And then this is one of the highlight ones that I picked up. So let's go into it. I'm mainly excited for the contour because when I picked up the Charlotte Tilbury blush wand, I said, okay, this is going to determine if I want the contour. And then I got the blush and I was like, yeah, I definitely don't want the contour because it came with very little product. And look at this baby, it is filled. When I got the Charlotte, I was able to squeeze the baby halfway through. I had no idea. And then I started seeing your comments roll in when I was giving my first impression like a while ago. And all of you said, hey, that's like the #1 complaint from people, that it basically comes half empty. And I'm just thinking, for $40 or $45, it comes half like empty. What is going on? That just sounded crazy to me. So these are so full. So I have medium tan and tan deep. Let's do a swatch. Okay, I don't want it to squirt out. Okay, there we go. Medium tan. Ooh, that's pigmented right there. Then I have tan deep. Ooh, they're both very, very nice. First, I'm going to go in with medium tan and we're going to contour the face. So we're going to do those little dots. Hopefully, I didn't put too much right now because I just thought, wait, does a little go a long way? We're going to go in with the same sponge, but with like the butt of it. And we're going to blend this baby out. And this is blending out seamlessly. Look at that. Okay, so I didn't put too much product. So I'm actually going to take this product because I don't want to get it on my shirt because it's light. And why waste product, right? So we're going to blend it with the sponge first. And then on the other side, I'm going to try the other shade, but I'm going to use a brush. I usually like using a flat top kabuki to blend out my cream products. But look at that. That blended out great. And then I just like taking the tip and then just sharpening it up and deep. So let's try this out. I'm really hoping that it can work out for me, especially for like a more chiseled day. So let's start off with 3. I kind of just want to start off with like another end of the sponge though. Let's do this. Definitely a much deeper shade, obviously. So we're going to make sure we just blend that properly. It is blending out so easy, even though it is a darker shade. Now that I have both applied, I can tell that the medium tan is pulling more warm and more of like an everyday type of application for me. And then the tan deep has obviously more chisel to it. It's a little bit more defined. So let's just kind of go like this. It's more chiseled due to the shade. So I'm just going to go back into the medium tan and we'll use that. Yeah, just because it's like good for every day. And let's just add a little bit more. Why not? I'm going to take a flat top kabuki and just see how this blends out. Okay, I kind of like it with a brush a little bit more, just because I find that it's concentrating the product. Obviously, I'm layering it, but I can tell right away. So you still have definition. Hello. Then use that. But I really like it. I think I put a lot of product on. I'm very excited, okay? We love a good dupe. Who doesn't like a good dupe? Okay, now that we have worked with it, let's take the medium tan. Let's make a jawline. Push the product in and try not to wipe it away. Just kind of concentrate it around the jaw. Wow, this product is great. I honestly feel like e.l.f. is just Charlotte Tilbury at this point. It's like their sister company, but not. I love Rare Beauty, but I'm kind of like, damn, this blends out like Rare Beauty, like butter. And I just bought a new shade, which is basically the Tan Deep. This one, but in Rare Beauty stick form. But I don't think I need it. I might already be making a return without even getting the product shipped to me yet, okay? That's how good this is. My favorite part is this. Wha-bam, right there. And wha-bam. Just to sharpen it up. Let's go into the blushes. Now, I will say they are pretty light, and I feel like they're more of a wand to kind of top off a blush. We have Candlelit. See how I can push it down? Okay, this one is not as full as the contour. Swatch of Candlelit. Ooh. That's like that looks like a very beautiful peach shade. Definitely not Candlelit in my opinion. More like peachy keen or something. It's definitely pulling way more peach. I don't know what happened to this one. See this product? See how I can push it down, and then this one, I can't. See? It's full. So I don't know what happened here. Don't be pulling no Charlotte. Okay, so this one right here is like a more bronzy shade. Very, very beautiful. Even with the Charlotte Tilbury, I can't really wear it too much alone. I'm going to be trying some affordable brushes just because I want to test Wet n Wild's quality right now. I haven't used their brushes in a hot minute, so I'm just kind of curious. Ooh, this is like very kind of flimsy, but let's see if it works with the blush. Oh, yeah. I mean, it just needs to be a little bit more dense and it would probably be worth it. Candlelit to me, I think of like more champagne yellow tones, which I feel like is my highlight. So maybe that's why they didn't name that Candlelit. This one, I don't know. I'll have to open the box. So it's kind of pulling more than what I thought, but I definitely need a blush. But let's try out the bronze one, which is Magic Hour on its own, just so we can, you know, give it a chance and not just assume it's not going to be good for blush. So let's just kind of blend this out. Oh, I like this one on its own. See, you can't just always assume. FYI, I have no concealer on, so just keep that in mind. If the darkness, the dark circles are distracting right now and you're like, it's kind of just looking like mud and dark, it's because that's not helping. Trust me, once I put on my concealer, it'll look better. But I was just getting right into this baby because I am way too excited. No, I take it back. I personally don't like it on its own. I can see on those more natural, maybe beach days, because people do wear makeup to the pools, to the beach or whatever, or you just want like that sun-kissed look. This is definitely it. Then I would wear it on its own. As far as candle lip, I wouldn't, because it just looks like more of like a highlight on me for my skin tone. When I went to go wipe out the product so it doesn't end up on my shirt, we have some staying power here, so that's obviously a good thing. An e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer because I can't take my dark circles any longer. I'm trying out this fluffy brush from the Sesame collection, or Sesame Street. I don't know. I'm just not really enjoying these. They just feel very, very cheap. I'm one where I always say invest in some good brushes. It's not my thing. These very loose brushes, they just don't feel like they do anything. So I'd probably pass on these Wet n Wild ones. So moving forward, I'm going to be using the Kristen Dominique collab from Sigma as well. Pop Beauty is one of those brands where I've only tried a couple products and they're very hit or miss for me. A couple months ago, I enjoyed a primer on my channel. And that's, I think, about it so far. So we're going to try out an eyeshadow palette because I want to give them a chance. So we're going to go into this sort of like peachy shade just to kind of see what it was. Okay, so this is like a good base color. And let's try to hit this crease. Okay, maybe we'll go into this warmer brown right here. And let's just see what it's going to give, if it's going to give anything. Let me know, are you guys even interested in Pop? I feel like I never hear anybody talk about Pop Beauty. It's coming out a little patchy, the eyeshadow. And I definitely have a good base underneath. Do you see that? It's like patchy all within this area because I definitely know it's not going to be my Sigma brushes because these make any palette freaking good. I'm still seeing some areas right in here. I don't know. It's reminding me of like that old Anastasia palette that no one liked. Let's see what this little zebra shade is. You know, I honestly never like eyeshadows that have swirls like this because I don't see the point. Like, just give me the shadow. Okay, so it's just like an icy shadow, but then it's like, what are these bronze tones doing? Are they doing anything? Because it just looks champagne. You see what I'm saying? Like, why'd you have to do that swirl there? I'm always going to keep it honest. The shadows are silky, but I think they're kind of... Ooh, that swatch wasn't that great. See how it's... See, they're not that... No, hold on. They feel very silky. Look how much pigment I have on my finger. Let's do another swatch. Let's double it up. See, they're kind of streaky in my opinion. These are very blotchy. The colors almost seem so similar that they will all just like blend like this. Like blah, you know? And even these glitters, I bet you anything they're not even able to be used on the eye. I mean, it looks pretty. I'm kind of scared to put it on my eye. Okay, that looks pretty. I can see why these other shadows would kind of be like blah because these two might be the star of the show for the palette. But see, even those swatches, they look so similar. Like, why didn't they make this one a little bit more, or this one pull a little bit more bronze? I'm going to take very little and I'm going to just tap it on my finger, not get too much because there is some sort of emollient base. And I'm going to slightly tap just for a little bit of glitter. And I'm pushing it down because I don't want anything to fall into my eye. This, I will say, is pretty. We're going to put it to the test. I'm going to take an angled brush and take this dark brown and we're going to create a wing, just a very soft focus wing. Maybe I'll just have to give this palette another chance. It is the darkest brown, but I'm definitely going in over and over to try to pull this pigment because look how dark brown that is. You can really get a good swipe and that looks like dust and unnecessary fallout. I had to take off all my concealer. Remember when I barely took any, just the little touch of the glitter so I didn't have fallout and it's a very thin layer and pushing it? I had so much underneath. I can still see a couple more speckles. We'll get back to the concealer. Let's move on. I have a Wet n Wild Cookie Monster little lash curler. Now I feel like I've become a lash curler snob because there's only one you need in your life, and it's the Laura Mercier. It is so freaking good. But I will say, this is so damn cute. I love cute things. So if you like Cookie Monster and you just want to buy it for the look, I think you should. Do what makes you happy. Wet n Wild eyelash curlers curve out a ton. Out. Like, I don't know. I feel like I have to push it into my eye socket for it to even reach the base of my lashes. Let's just reapply this again. I know a lot of people compare this concealer to Tarte Shape Tape, but it's not even close to what it is. Big Mood mascara. I'm excited. I haven't tried a e.l.f. mascara in a while. Fat Wand. That's a very, very big one. It reminds me of some Maybelline one. It's like a Dream or Natural. I don't know. There's just so many mascaras. So let's give it a try and let's see if it'll work. Like Coat, Spread, Feathered, Natural. So I went ahead and did 2 coats and I really like this mascara. It's buildable and I love that it separates. I love that when I apply it, it doesn't put on a ton of product. It puts on the perfect amount and then it just sweeps up perfectly for like a feathered look. I really like this. Pink blush has been all the rage and ColourPop sent over different blushes. This is the shade Flamingo and I'm excited to try this out because pink blush, especially like this, has never really been my thing, but it has definitely intrigued me to want to try it out because it has just been everything. And I'm talking about people are using this pink blush with every freaking look. Hopefully I found a cheaper alternative because this is definitely one of those trends where I wouldn't just say, oh, go splurge on the most expensive one. Just try it out. Okay. It's just looking a little dusty on me. Translate a little bit differently. Candle lit right on top. We're testing. Trust the process. I don't know about this process though. Yeah, that's a no for me. This just looks like, no, this does not look good at all. No, we're going to have to pass on this. If you have a much lighter complexion than me, maybe you can get away with it. But, oh yeah, even when I swatch it, it's not super, super pigmented. Yeah, it's way too dusty. If anything, maybe like an eyeshadow. I really wanted to find a pink that worked. And I was like, oh my gosh, this looks so perfect. And it's super affordable. Just cruising. This definitely looks a little bit more pigmented and probably up my alley. So let's just place it. Yes, this is it. What kind of sucks is like all this layering. I do see like that dusty pink cloud, but it's all right. We will work with it. But look at that on its own. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That is so beautiful. Look, that is pigmented. Whoa, 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 whoa. But I'll blend it a little bit out so I don't scare you. But we're going to make it work, see? And this is good, you know? This is good. I'm kind of showing you how to layer stuff. So in case you are in a makeup emergency and you're like, whoa, I don't know what to do. Do I have to take off all my base? Just layer on a darker blush and save yourself the trouble of starting all over. We're going to go in with the highlight. We have one last cream product. We're going to see how it works over this blush. This one's in the shade Liquid Gold. Now let's do a little tube test. Yeah, it was just that one blush that was kind of missing product. I don't know. Okay, right here. Very, very pretty. So let's just kind of dab that. Yeah, it's a little hard to blend on top of powder because it pretty much set, but let's try it over the nose. Down the nose. Yeah, it's going to be hard to place over powder. I do love cream products that work over powders though. But see, it blends really nicely. I'm still going to place it though and then just blend it right away. Okay, so it's working when you blend it like ASAP. I love Big Mood. It looks so good on the bottom lashes too. Okay, so I'm really hoping this is going to match me, but I have the Essence 16 Hour Cover and Last Powder Foundation. Let's hope it matches okay. Ooh, can I get away with it? I feel like I can if I just if I bronze it up. If you like that really matte look, this is for you. I like it because it's very blurring. What the heck? I haven't even gotten Botox in a minute. Hello. Okay, let's see if I can bronze it up with this one. ColourPop also came out with some new bronzer shades. This one's in Summerland Beach. Let's try this one out. Hopefully it'll bring some color back to my face. It looks like it's light, but I'm looking for something a little bit more on the natural side. And just to bring life back to the face, kind of gave myself some helmet head. Let's blend this out a little bit more. Let's get to the lip and then we'll go through them. I'm gonna use Pixie's Pastel Petal. I really love these liquid lipsticks. Very thin formula. They last really long. Here's Pastel Petal, very nice. It's looking a little dull though, right? We need to add some juiciness. So I'm gonna add on Silk. This one is the Lifter Gloss from Maybelline. My favorite. Well, not my favorite color, but one of my top favorites. My favorite is Reef. I've said it a million times. So far, I love my Halo Glow. This one is for sure a great one. The moisturizer worked really well. Didn't manipulate my base at all. I really love the Putty Primer. You can't go wrong. As far, I'm going to go in out of order. The highlight, it's okay. It's okay. It's not like my favorite. There's so many different highlighters. And yeah, it's okay. But I think the one that's really a standout are the contours. These blend out like a dream. It really reminds me of the Rare Beauty butteriness that goes on with that product. It blends out so easy. As far as the blush toppers, I'll probably like them when I play around with a cream blush. I didn't today just because I'm trying to use more new products. The ColourPop blush and what is this one? Just Cruisin'. Love this. Flamingo unfortunately did not work out for me. This bronzer surprised me. Very light, but I definitely could go up a couple shades. The Pop palette is a no for me. It is a hard no. This powder though, wow. I really hope that they have darker shades. The one I used is a natural suede and this one is not too dark. So I'm going to see if they have my shade. Hopefully they have a good shade range in that. Big Mood. Definitely a good one. I would recommend this one. I like it. I love how you can layer it up. Not everything worked out, but that's the whole point of these videos, is so that I can see what works out and what doesn't. Hopefully this helped you out in deciding on what products you truly want to get and what's worth it. I am all about finding a good dupe, and I will say the #1 product and the star of the show was definitely the e.l.f. Contour Wand. All right, I love you, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah.